I made almost every business mistake you can think of, from terrible investments to wrong priorities to egocentric decisions. I've been through all. And today I'm going to share with you guys the 10 biggest mistakes from my own life. Those are rookie business mistakes that cost me a lot of money, time, and a lot of nerves. But even better, I'm going to teach you how to notice red flags and how to avoid these mistakes in your own business. For those who are watching my videos the first time, my name is Arman. I'm a business scaling consultant who helped over 200 companies to grow their businesses and generate over 70 million in revenue. I work with founders every day, helping them with operations, productivity, leadership, and efficiency. I've also had my own several failed and successful businesses before, and now I'm running an agency named Consultation. And the 10 mistakes I'm going to share with you are not just random bullshit. That's a culmination of 15 years of my own experience combined with hundreds of founders I've helped. To give you the most value out of it, I will be discussing these 10 business mistakes with the following structure. What mistake did I do? How did that mistake affect me financially, mentally, or time-wise? How you can notice it and avoid it? And most importantly, how can you fix it if you're currently making that mistake? But before we start discussing the mistakes itself, don't forget to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. I'm sharing very useful business information twice per week. You don't want to miss it. The first mistake I made is the same mistake every young entrepreneur does. I started chasing markets that sounded cool and very hyped at that point, instead of actually researching the demand it has. For example, when the whole AI FOMO started a couple of years ago, I hired a developer to make a custom AI agent for me. I was at least 7,000 to 8,000 deep into development when I realized no one is going to use that agent. I was a victim of FOMO thinking, oh, I need to make an AI because AI is becoming big, without actually realizing, do my potential clients need that or not? So if you're thinking your business is spending a lot of money and not making enough back, I would suggest you to take a step back and think again, is this what my clients want? If you already have clients, go ask them, what do they want? Why do they like your service, and what do they want to add on your service, or what do they think is not important in whatever you're doing? And if you're developing a new product or you're just creating your new business, target some people from your audience and go actually talk to them. Message them on LinkedIn, email, just ask for a feedback. Is this something they will be interested in or not? Better spend a little bit more time and resources at the start doing the research, instead of wasting a lot of money and time and then realizing you've made a failed product. My second and most repetitive mistake is concentrating on branding way too much from the start. Back in the day when I was running my startup called Odd Republic, I've spent way too much time and money into rebranding and making websites. I've changed the logo 4 times, updated website 4 times before having any single user. When you're just starting the business, you're in love with it, so you prioritize the wrong things. I didn't just lose thousands of dollars and months, I've lost the whole company because my concentration was on wrong things. Now with Technology and our founder Freedom Sprint, I'm going totally opposite. This is my offer and my branding. I've spent 2 hours putting together the whole design and 1-page doc in ClickUp, and this is what I share with my clients. And trust me, if you have a good offer, people don't care how fancy your website is. Analyze for me how much money and time are you wasting on redoing your website, branding, design. Cut that time down to bare minimum and start concentrating on making your offer better. Mistake number 3 is very common among people who are bootstrapping or just starting the business. You try to close any deal at any cost. You're ready to provide discounts, overwork, get underpaid, get bad treatment from the client just to get a client. That's what I was doing when I was 23 and just started my marketing agency. I was clinging to my clients, working overnights. I destroyed my personal life and the money wasn't even that good. But all changed when I got fed up with it and started making direct offers. No vague commitments anymore. Clear output and promises to the clients. And don't be afraid to say no if you feel like the client will bring you more problems. It is a hard change, but you need to go through it. Trust me, couple of months in and you will have better schedule, more money, and better mental health. If you're not enjoying what you do right now, that's one of the first red flags. Mistake number 4 is the most annoying mistake for your team members. It's fear of letting go and micromanaging everything in your company. This is the most common problem I'm noticing with all the founders I'm working with. 95% of business owners who want to scale don't even realize they are the actual bottleneck in their company. Don't be afraid to let go of things that can be delegated to others. Spend some time teaching them, and it's okay if they make mistakes at the start. They will learn. And you will get back all your time to spend on working on growing your business, instead of becoming prisoner in your own business. Consequences of this mistake are so common and so bad in the companies that I've created a whole business just solving this one thing. The founder Freedom Sprint just solves this mistake, and you can easily solve it yourself. Sit down, make a list of everything you do during the week, and objectively mark out every task that can be delegated to someone, can be automated, or doesn't even make sense doing anymore. Trust me, you will free up at least half of your time. Along with the micromanaging, one of the most common business mistakes the founders are doing is trusting too much into the tools and software. 8 out of 10 people who book a consultation with me start by saying, "Oh, my company is a mess, so I've started using ClickUp to fix it." This is where the core error is. Tools and software are not there to fix your operational mistakes. They exist to help you to improve what processes you already have. And this is one of the most common stories I've heard. People hiring technical consultants to build up some tool for them, then becoming overwhelmed in a week or two and not using it at all. Spending a lot of time and money in the first place, and putting huge pressure on their team without proper optimization of the processes and training. This can be disastrous in so many cases. I used to be exactly like that with 2 CRMs, 3 project management tools, and trying to implement every new fancy tool that comes out. Stop doing it. Imagine you are in 70s and you don't have all this technology. What would be the best way of running your business? Once you have an answer to it, you can go and pick a tool which best suits for you. If you're heavy on task management, go with ClickUp. If you have a universal solution with cheap CRM and project management, go with Monday. If your business is reliant heavily on databases, go with Notion. There are hundreds of tools that can help you, but first you need to understand why are you buying them. Mistake number 6 is what I like to call the toxic positivity. It's when you don't want to give up, but deep down understanding this is waste of time and resources. It is something that has some emotional value connected to yourself and you don't want to say no to it. This is why dragging emotions in the business is very dangerous. And the best way to prevent this is setting the exit criteria from the start. Because the more commitment you have, the harder it is to get rid of something. But when you put your exit criteria from the start before getting into any criteria, whenever you hit it, you know that was objectively set deadline. Toxic positivity is especially very dangerous for startups. Majority of the startups are passion projects, and for founders, pivoting means betraying their own ideals. But business is business. If it's only bringing you losses without any future, it's better to cut it out. Mistake number 7 is more spread in the tech industry. Especially if the founders are very tech or product side and not business side, they will try to create the ideal, perfect product for the market before actually testing anything. That's what I did with Odd Republic, and it failed because I tried to build a perfect freelancing platform without even having any freelancers in it. You will never get the perfect product out, and you will run out of your money before even you get there. Stop trying to guess for your users. Start shipping small features and asking for feedback. MVP is more important than you imagine. Create your minimum viable product, start testing it, collect feedback, implement it, test it, feedback, implement, test it. Rome was not built in one day, and you won't build a perfect product without people using it. Mistake number 8 usually happens in the companies that used to be solopreneurs or single specialists. For example, lawyers, accountants, marketing specialists who've decided to grow and open their own company and now are running companies from 5 to 20 people. And the problem with the chaotic communication here happens because they continue running the business as if they are the only one in there. They just start hiring people in places they don't have time anymore and they're just throwing it on them. For example, as an attorney, you're hiring a second one or a paralegal who can handle the rest of your work, and you're just forwarding the emails to them. Without the context, they will spend half of their time trying to figure out what is it that you want them to do. And they will always have some mistakes in it because people don't know what's going on in your mind. So if you want to scale your company properly, if you want to have a really good team, you need to bring clarity. Good delegation skills is a pillar of being a good leader. Mistake number 9 happens as a consequence of mistake number 4 and mistake number 8. If you're trying to micromanage everything and if you don't have proper communication channels, you are putting yourself into reactive mode. You know, when you go to work every morning with piled up things that need your attention, you're putting down fires the whole time, and when you realize, okay, I'm done with putting down fires, it's already 5 p.m. And then you either stay and work till late night, or you go home and don't do anything important as a business leader. If this is resonating with you, then this is the biggest red flag before scaling. I suggest you again, sit down, write down everything you're spending your time on. If majority of it is firefighting, then you have issues in your operations, in your communication, and in your delegation. Understand why those fires are happening and eliminate the cause of it. Delegate the responsibility of handling it to your team members, open up your time, and have a dedicated focused time every day to work on your business. If you want to get out of the weeds, if you want to grow your business, this is essential. I used to work 60 hours per day. Trust me, that's not the way. And final business mistake me and so many founders out there are making is not having proper responsibility in the company. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, if your company doesn't have a proper responsibility matrix, that means that things will slip through. No two people can be owners of a task or project or problem. At any point of time, any process and any task in your company should have only one single responsible. I'm sure you know the cases where you're having a problem with a client and then you go to your project manager asking what happened, and project manager is like, oh, it's not our fault, it's customer support's fault. When you go to customer support and they're like, oh no, it's not our fault, it's sales fault. And when you try to understand the logic behind it and where the error occurred, you understand that it's really no one's fault, because no one had a clear understanding of when they are to step in and when they are to hand it over. Most of the problems in the business happen in these middle zones. Put up a straight line between responsibilities and your processes. When problems arise, you will know who is responsible for it exactly. The same way, if something good happens, you know who is to be praised for it. Accepting these 10 mistakes and making the proper changes transformed my life. Now I make more money, spend less time and less mental energy of running my own business. Same goes for hundreds of my clients I've worked with. We've scaled over 200 projects and generated over 70 million in growth, and all thanks to accepting the reality and the mistakes you're making. It's hard to notice these mistakes when you're too much into the weeds of managing your company. So I will be happy to chat with you and guide you. Grab your free consultation call. I've left the link in the description of the video. Trust me, 30 minutes are enough to understand at least 5 big mistakes you're making in running your own business. And by just fixing those 5 mistakes, you can free up at least 30% of time, capacity, and profit in your business. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you next week.